Namaste to all. Welcome back to Regression Analysis session 2. In the first session we discussed about meaning of regression analysis and analyzed some definitions given by experts on regression analysis, dependent variable, independent variable and regression equations y on x and x on y, and solved one or two problems based on simultaneous equations method, direct method. In this session we are continuing the discussion on regression analysis. In the previous session what we have discussed the simultaneous method, that is not a popular method. We try to formulate or construct regression equations using regression coefficients. ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. In this session the following topics will be discussed: regression equations through regression coefficients. There will be two regression coefficients as we have two regression equations or regression lines. One is regression coefficient of y on x when y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. We call it as byx. Let us discuss in this session. Next is regression coefficient of x on y. X is dependent variable and y is independent variable. It is denoted as bxy. And we will be working out some problems, 3 problems on actual mean method, and you will be given some problems for practicing. Okay, that is the structure of this session. Let us move on. Regression equations through regression coefficients. Then what are regression coefficients? A regression coefficient represents the increment in the value of the dependent variable for a unit change in the value of independent variable. Increment means a change in the value of dependent variable when there is a change in the value of independent variable. ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಹಪವರ್ತನ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ represents or means the rate of change in dependent variable with respect to rate of change in independent variable. Okay, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ದರದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಸಹಪವರ್ತನವನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So we have two regression equations. Therefore, regression equations yc equals to a plus bx and xc equals to a plus by. These are the two regression equations. In these two regression equations, b, which represents the slope of the regression line, is called regression coefficient. B is called, the letter B is called regression coefficient in the above equations. So when y is taken as dependent variable and x is taken as independent variable, the equation is y equals to a plus bx. When x becomes dependent variable and y becomes independent variable, the equation will be x equals to a plus by. In both the equations, b represents the slope of the regression line geometrically or graphically. That b, letter b, denotes the regression coefficient. As there are two regression equations or regression lines, there are two regression coefficients. One is regression coefficient of y on x and regression coefficient of x on y. Let us discuss these two aspects. First, regression coefficient of y on x. It is denoted as byx. In the regression equation, y equals to a plus bx. The multiple or the coefficient of x, I think you are observing bx, b into x. x na joteyalliruvantaha b anno ಒಂದು letter, which represents the slope of the line, is called coefficient of regression of y on x. So be careful. Coefficient of regression of y on x is different from coefficient of regression of x on y. Byx is different from bxy. Okay, so byx means y given x. Bxy means x given y. It represents the rate of change in y variable with respect to the rate of change in x variable. Y variable dependent variable ಎಷ್ಟು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೇಟ್ ದರ ಆ ದರವನ್ನ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಬದಲಾದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ದರದಲ್ಲಿ ವೈ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಬದಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ದರವನ್ನ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. The regression coefficient of y on x is denoted as byx. Okay, how this will be computed? Let us see it. It is given as byx equals to covariance of xy, observe xy, small x and small y, divided by variance of y. So covariance we have already discussed in correlation chapter. So covariance, it can be simplified as R into standard deviation of y divided by standard deviation of x. R means here correlation between Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation between x and y variables, and standard deviation of y divided by standard deviation of x. Observe how the formula is written. Standard deviation of y is in the numerator and standard deviation of x is in the denominator. So R is multiplied with that. This can be simplified when we take the deviations from mean or assumed mean, not assumed mean, mean. The relationship R into standard deviation of y divided by standard deviation of x can be written as summation of small x small y divided by summation of small x square. I hope you remember what is small x and small y. So small x means x minus x bar, small y means y minus y bar, actual mean we have to take. Y bar means actual mean of y variables, x bar means actual mean of x variables. Okay. So let us cut it. Where R equals to coefficient of correlation, standard deviation of x equals to, so sigma y equals to standard deviation of y series, small x equals to x minus mean of x, and small y equals to y minus variable. Each variable has to be taken to, and y bar, that is mean of y, has to be deducted from each variable to find out small y, and mean of x variable, x bar, has to be deducted from each variable to find out each small x in the given x variable, x set of variables. Okay. When regression coefficients is computed using mean, the equation, observe here, we have written y equals to a plus bx in the previous sessions. So this y equals to a plus bx will be written as y minus y bar equals to byx into x minus x bar. So this is to be remembered by you all for examination purpose. Y minus y bar equals to byx into x minus x bar. Byx means regression coefficient of y on x. Y bar, you know, y means the dependent variable what we have to compute. X variable, when x is given, what we have to compute? Y variable. X is independent variable and y is dependent variable. Okay. where we all know all these terms. Then byx equals to regression coefficient of y on x. Okay. Next is regression coefficient of x on y. It is denoted as bxy. So in the regression equation, x equals to a plus by, the multiple b, the letter b represents the slope of the line, and it is called as coefficient of regression of x on y. X is dependent variable, y is independent variable here. It represents the rate of change of x with respect to rate of change in y. So y ಬದಲಾದಂತೆಲ್ಲ x ಎಷ್ಟು ಬದಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ದರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ regression coefficient of x on y ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. It is denoted as bxy. It is given as bxy equals to covariance of xy small x into small x and small y divided by, observe, variance of x variables. So when we wrote byx, covariance xy divided by variance of y variable we took. If you are not observed, if you have not observed, go back, pause this video and go back. Okay, you will observe covariance of, or if you are writing it, observe byx equals to covariance of xy divided by variance of y variable. It was. So now bxy equals to covariance of xy divided by variance of x variable. It can be rewritten as r into standard deviation of x divided by standard deviation of y. Observe here, standard deviation of x is in the numerator, standard deviation of y is in the denominator. So as bxy is given, you remember like this: when bxy is given, standard deviation of x will be taken in the numerator and standard deviation of y will be taken in the denominator. bxy, x numerator, y denominator when standard deviations and correlation are given. This can be simplified by, when we take up the actual mean, we can simplify this as summation of small x into small y divided by summation of y square. So small x small y already discussed. Okay, where all the things we know, r equals to Carl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, sigma x equals standard deviation of x series, and sigma y equals to standard deviation of y series. Small x we know, small y we also know. When regression coefficient is computed using mean, that is actual mean, the regression equation of x on y can be written as like this: x minus x bar equals to bxy, observe here, into y minus y bar. So x on y, x minus x bar will be written first, y minus y bar in the right hand side, and the regression coefficient is bxy. Observe these two: y minus y bar equals to byx into x minus x bar, and x minus x bar equals to bxy into y minus y bar. If you are writing, observe these changes in the both the equations. Okay, where we all know this. Okay, bxy is regression coefficient of x on y. Okay, let us work out a problem on the basis of regression coefficients. So problem is given, we have to obtain the regression equation y on x and regression equation x on y. 5 variables have been taken for making you to understand how to solve the problem. Only 5 variables have been taken. So here we have to compute bxy and byx. For that I am using a direct actual mean method. So small x and small y is computed, and along with that x square, small y square, and small x into small y have to be computed, as we have done in the case of correlation coefficient. That is Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವೋ actual mean method ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Let us do it. Solution: formulation of regression equations. X variables ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ vertically 4, 5, 9, 10, 7. Y variables 11, 10, 7, 5, 12. Next step is we are using actual mean method. Therefore we have to find out summation of x and summation of y. Summation of x is 35. ಕೂಡಬೇಕು 4 5 9 10 7. Summation of y is 45. 11 plus 10 plus 7 plus 5 plus 12. Next, find out x bar and y bar, that is mean of x, actual mean of x variable and actual mean of y variable. So x bar equals to sigma x by n, which is equal to 35 by 5 variables are there, n 1 2 3 4 5, equals to 7. Next is y bar, that is mean of actual mean of y, sigma y by n, equals to 45 by 5 equals to 9. Okay, we got x bar and y bar. Next step is to find out small x. Small x is x minus x bar. Okay, so 4 minus 7 minus 3, 5 minus 7 minus 2, 9 minus 7 2, 10 minus 7 3, 7 minus 7 0. So I told you in the correlation table itself, for your confirmation, you find out the summation of small x, so that it should be equals to 0. So always it should be 0 if you have taken deviations from actual mean. Actual mean ಇಂದ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ small x ಯಾವತ್ತು 0 ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು, ಬರದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ. If it is not coming as 0, you have committed some mistake somewhere, so you have to rectify it. Next is find out small x square. X square, minus 3 into minus 3 9, minus 2 square 4, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 0 square 0. Total of these values you will get summation of x square, sigma x square equals to 26. Okay, next similarly find out y small y, y minus y bar, y minus 9, each variable subtract 9, 11 minus 9 2, 10 minus 9 1, 7 minus 9 minus 2, 5 minus 9 minus 4, 12 minus 9 3. Add this for your confirmation, it should be 0. Sigma y equals to 0, summation y equals to 0. Similarly find out y square, 2 square, y is first value is 2, 2 into 2 4, 1 square 1, 2 square ಮತ್ತೆ minus 2 square 4, minus 4 square 16, 3 square 9. Total of these values it will be 34. Sigma summation y square equals to 34. Next find out small x into small y, x into y. So observe here, you may commit mistakes here. You should be very much focused here. So many values are there, therefore you find out x values, small x values and small y values, then multiply. Minus 3 into 2 minus 6, minus 2 into 1 minus 2, 2 into minus 2 minus 4, 3 into minus 4 minus 12, 0 into 3 0. Total of these values we get minus value itself, total also minus 24. Minus 6 plus minus 2 plus minus 4 plus minus 12. You cannot get this in your calculator. So you should, when minus is there, calculator will not help you. You should know. ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮೈನಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ 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 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಒತ್ತಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ 6 ಹಾಕಿ, ನಂತರ ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಮೈನಸ್ 4 ಮೈನಸ್ 12 ಹಾಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಕುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ let us find out regression coefficient of y on x first. It is given as byx equals to summation xy divided by summation x square. Observe here, x square, which is equal to minus 24 divided by 26. In the table, summation of xy is minus 24 and summation x square is 26. If you are writing, you can take it from your notes. Then it will give you minus 0.923. Okay. Okay, use calculator, don't put minus. 24 by 26 ಮಾಡಿ. So then you consider minus value ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Similarly, find out the regression coefficient of x on y. It is given as bxy equals to summation xy divided by, observe here, summation y square. Summation y square. For byx, it is summation x square in the denominator. ಛೇದದಲ್ಲಿ x square ಇತ್ತು, bxy ಗೆ ಛೇದದಲ್ಲಿ y square ಇದೆ. Observe, equals to sigma xy in the table, it is minus 24, sigma y square is 34, summation y square equals to 34. Divide it, it will be minus 0.7059. You can restrict it to two digits only, or you can take it 3 digits. So 4 digits. I have taken here 4 digits. Okay, you can make it as 0.71 instead of writing 7059. Here also 0.923 is there. You can restrict it to 0.92. ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಷ್ಟ. 9 ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ, ಆದಷ್ಟು 2 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಗಿಂತ ಮೇಲೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, 0.92 ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0.71 ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. 7059 ಇದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ 59 ಹತ್ರ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ 71 ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು 70 ಬದಲಾಗಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ y on x first. Regression equation of y on x, it is given as, so formula ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. You should remember this formula. Y minus y bar equals to byx. Observe here, byx into x minus x bar. So in case of y on x, you should take byx only. Okay, the formula, the equation will be like this: y minus y bar equals to byx into x minus x bar. You don't write y bar we know. While calculating the small x small y, we have already calculated y bar is 9. Substitute 9. byx already computed in the above. So above we have already calculated minus 0.923. X you write x as it is. X bar is 7. Minus 7 you write as in the, substitute the values in the into this equation. So y minus 9 equals to minus 0.923 as computed above into x minus x, right as it is, minus x bar is 7. Now simplify. Y minus 9 right as it is, minus 0.923 into x. So bracket ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಇಂಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ x ಇಂದ 0.923 ಅನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. It will be minus 0.923x itself. Then multiply minus 0.923 into minus 7. Minus into minus, it becomes plus 7 into 923, 6.461. Okay, got it. Next, transpose minus 9 to right hand side. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ y minus 9 ಅಂತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ minus 9 ಅನ್ನ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಗೆ ತೆಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So equals to y equals to minus 0.923x as it is plus 6.461 as it is, minus 9 will become plus 9 when it is transposed to right hand side. Now add up the values. X we cannot add to these values, so numbers 6.461 plus 9 add up equals to y equals to, it gives to y equals to minus 0.923x plus 15.461. I hope you are getting me. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, now instead of writing like this, you can write this as y equals to a plus bx. ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. y equals to a 15.461 a, ಅಲ್ಲಿ x ಜೊತೆಲಿರೋದು ಮೈನಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ minus 0.923x. this is the equation y equals to a plus bx. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರೋದೇ ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, y equals to a plus bx ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ y equals to minus 0.923x plus 15.461 ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬಹುದು. It is formal ಆಗಿ ಈ ತರ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈಗ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು y equals to 15.461 minus 0.923. X is the regression equation of y on x. Let us work out regression equation of x on y now. Okay, regression equation of x on y. So the equation is given as x minus x bar equals to, observe, bxy into y minus y bar. Okay, first problem you understand, please understand first, then you can work out many problems. So x on y, regression equation x on y is given as x minus x bar equals to bxy, regression coefficient of xy we have to take into consideration, then multiply it by y minus y bar. Okay, substitute the values. X minus x bar is 7 equals to bxy as computed above minus 0.7059 into y minus 9, y bar is 9 as computed. Okay, simplify. X minus 7 equals to minus 0.7059 into y gives you minus 0.7059 y itself. Then minus 0.7059 into minus 9. So minus into minus becomes plus 6.3531. Okay, simplify this. So taking a 7 to the RHS, it will be x equals to minus 0.7059 y plus 13.3531. So correcting it or formally writing it as x equals to a plus by, we can write it as x equals to 13.3531 minus 0.7059 y. This is the equation, regression equation of x on y. Okay, let us work out another problem, worked problem number 2. From the following data, formulate both the regression equations between sales and advertising expenditure, and then predict advertising expenditure when sales equals to rupees 75 lakhs, and predict sales when advertising expenditure equals to 65,000. So sales in lakhs are given and advertisement expenditure in thousands rupees are given. Okay, observe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 items are given. Number n equals to 9 here. So in the previous problem we constructed only equations. In this problem we are asked to estimate when x is given and y is given. x ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ y ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಿರಿ, y ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ x ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ನಾವು ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ is a statistical tool which helps us in estimating the future going back to the past, taking into account the past tendencies. ಹಿಂದೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಯನ್ನ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 75 ಲಕ್ಷ ಆದಾಗ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ 65,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆದಾಗ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ sales as x and advertising expenditure as y. Okay, solution, formulation of regression equation. First find out all the required workings. So x, write as it is, all the variables, 9 variables. Then y, all the variables, 9 variables. Then we have to find out x bar and y bar. Therefore find out summation x and summation y. Summation x and summation y, 621 and 612. X bar equals to sigma x by n. 621 divided by 9 variables are there, equals to 69. Similarly, find out y bar, sigma y, summation y divided by 9 equals to 612 divided by 9, which gives you 68. Next step is small x. So find out small x. 65 minus 69, 4 minus 4. 66 minus 69 minus 3. 67 minus 69 minus 2. 68 minus 69 minus 1. 69 minus 69, 0. 70 minus 69, 1. 71 minus 69, 2. 72 minus 69, 3. 73 minus 69, 4. So adding these values we get sigma x summation x equals to 0. So similarly find out x square. Minus 4 into minus 4 plus 16, minus 3 square 9, minus 2 square 4, minus 1 square 1, 0 square 0, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So add these values, sigma x square summation x square equals to 60. Okay, then find out small y minus y bar. 66 minus 68, minus 2, 67 minus 68, minus 1, 64 minus 68, minus 4, 67 minus 68, minus 1, 71 minus 68, 3 plus 3, 69 minus 68 plus 1, 70 minus 68, 2, 68 minus 68, 0, 70 minus 68 plus 2. Find out the sum of y. For your confirmation it should be 0. Okay, so it is 0. Okay, next y square. Minus 2 square 4, 1 square 1, minus 4 square 16, minus 1 square again 1, 3 square 9, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 0 square 0, 2 square 4. So total of these values sigma y square summation y square equals to 40. Next find out small x into small y. Be careful. Minus 4 into minus 2. Minus into minus plus 4 to the 8 plus 8. Minus 3 into minus 1, minus into minus plus 3 ones are 3. Minus 2 into minus 4 plus 8. Minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. 0 into 3, 0. 1 into 1, 1. 2 into 2, 4. 3 into 0, 0. 4 into 2, 8 plus 8. So add them up to find out summation of x and y, x into y. It will be 33 plus 33. Okay, this is how table is prepared. You have prepared these tables in correlation chapter also. So I hope it is easy for you now because you have already worked out so many problems like this. Okay, let us continue to constructing regression equations. Regression, first find out regression coefficient of y on x. It will be like this, byx equals to sigma xy divided by sigma x square. So 33 divided by 60. Observe sigma xy is 33 and x square, summation of x square is 60. Divide them, you will get 0.55. Similarly, find out regression coefficient of x on y. Bxy equals to sigma xy divided by sigma y square equals to 33 divided by 40, which gives you 0.825. Okay, now move on to construct regression equation of y on x. It is given as y minus y bar equals to byx into x minus x bar. Substitute the values. Y minus 68 equals to 0.55 as computed above into x minus 69. X bar is 69, y bar is 68. Simplify. Y minus 68 equals to 0.55 into x, 0.55x minus 0.55 plus see that plus into minus 0.55 into 69, 37.95. So take 68 minus 68 into LH, RHS, right hand side. So y equals to 0.55x minus 37.95. So minus 68 will become plus 68 when transposed to right hand side RHS. Okay. Simplify this. Y equals to 0.55x plus, because 68 is more than 37.95. Therefore plus 30.05 will be there. So I am writing again this one in y equals to a plus bx formula form only. So it will be y equals to 30.05 plus 0.55x. Similarly, construct regression equation of y on x. So it is given as x minus x bar equals to bxy into y minus y bar. Substitute the values. Okay, you will do it, I think. Substitute and simplify. 825 into y, 825y minus 825y into 68, 56.1. Use calculator for 0.825 into 68. Okay, minus into plus minus. Substitute, transpose minus 69 to RHS. So x equals to 0.825y minus 56.1 plus minus 69. If transposed to right hand side becomes plus 69. The final answer x equals to 0.2825y plus 12.9. I am writing it as x equals to a plus by like this. X equals to 12.9 ಅನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 0.825y ಅನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ x equals to a plus by ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 75 ಲಕ್ಷ ಆದಾಗ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ 65,000 ಆದಾಗ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಆಸ್ ವೈ. When sales is 75 lakhs, that is x is 75 lakhs, what about y ಅಂತದ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ y equals to 30 plus 0.5 plus y ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, y on x ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? x ಕೊಟ್ಟು y ಕಂಡಿಡಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ. ಅದೇ y ಕೊಟ್ಟು x ಕಂಡಿಡಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ x equals to a plus by ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ x on y ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇದು ನೀವು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಟ್ us do it. When x equals to 75, ನೀವು 75 lakhs ಬರೆಯೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದೇನೆ ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ as x as 75. So substitute this into this formula, this equation 30 y equals to a plus bx ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು. x ಅನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 75 ಅನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 0.55 ಇಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 71.3. ವೆನ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ 75, ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ 71.3. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 75 lakhs ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ 71,300 rupees ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. So write the interpretation. When sales equals to rupees 75 lakhs, advertisement expenditure will be 71,300 rupees. Similarly, when advertisement expenditure 65,000 ಆದಾಗ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, x on y ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ವೆನ್ y equals to 65, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ y ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 65 ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ 12.9 plus 0.825 into 65, multiply 825 and 65, you will get like this. So adding them up we get 66.525. 66.525. So advertisement expenditure 65,000 ಆದರೆ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ 66,52,500 rupees ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, when advertisement expenditure becomes 65,000, sales will be 66.525 lakhs. Okay, I hope you understood how to predict the values when x is given and y is given. Okay. Third problem, worked problem number 3. Following table shows the age. They have already given x. Age has been taken as x, and blood pressure BP y of 8 persons. 8 variables are given. Observe here. Okay, so then we have to what we have to do, obtain two regression equations and find out the expected blood pressure of a person who is 50 years old. 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿರುವಂತವರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಈ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾದ ಆವರೇಜ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ತಗೊಂಡು 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ 50 ಆದಾಗ ವೈ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದೊಂದು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ obtain two regression equations ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು we have to construct two equations also. Let us do it. Similarly, formulation, x variables have been taken, y variables have been taken. To find out x bar and y bar, we need summation 420 and 788, summation of x and summation of y. Find out x bar, it will be 52.5. Observe, here we are getting fraction, whole number ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ಸಹ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಇದು. ಬಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಈಸಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಸಹ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. assumed mean method next session ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So we will be discussing assumed mean method in the next session. Let us do it in direct method itself, actual mean method itself. Find out y bar also. Y bar 788 divided by 8 numbers, which is equal to 98.5. Okay. Similarly, find out x small x. It will be like this: 52 minus 52.5 minus 0.5. 42 minus 52.5 minus 4.5, 45 minus 52.5, 7.5, 55 minus 52.5 plus 2.5, 36 minus 52.5 minus 16.5, 72 minus 52.5, 19.5, 65 minus 52.5, 12.5 plus 47 minus 52.5 minus 5.5. So add them up, it will be 0 only. Next, find out x square. So x square will be like this: 0.5 into 0.5, 0.25, 4.5 square, 20.25, 7.5 square, 56.25, 2.5 square, 6.25, 16.5 square, 19.5 square, 12.5 square, 5.5 square. So like this we have to find out x square. Summation of x square, small x square, 922. Find out y bar, small y, deducting y bar from each of y variable. 90 minus 98.5 minus 8.5, 98 minus 98.5, 0.5 minus figure, 100 minus 98.5, 1.5 plus 110 minus 98.5, 11.5. 95 minus 98.5 minus 3.5, 105 minus 98.5, 6.5, 80 minus 98.5 minus 18.5, 110 minus 98.5, so it will be 11.5. So total of these values, it will be 0 only. Next, find out y square, small y square. 8.5 square means 72.25, 0.5 square means 0.25, 1.5 square, 11.5 square, 3.5 square, 6.5 square, 18.5 square, 11.5 square. Add these values. Add these values to find out summation of y square. It will be 736. Next, find out small x into small y. Small x into small y, minus 0.5 into minus 8.5, it will be plus 4.25, minus 4.5 into minus 0.5, it will be plus 2.25, minus 7.5 into plus 1.5, it will be minus 11.25, plus 2.5 into plus 11.5, it will be plus 28.75, minus 16.5 into minus 3.5, plus 57.75, 19.5 into 6.5 plus 126.75, 12.5 into minus 18.5, it will be minus 231.25, minus 5.5 into 11.55, minus 63.25. Okay, like this you have to compute the values. Okay, summation of xy, it will be minus values are more, therefore minus 86. minus ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕೊಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕೊಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಸೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. Hope you understood how to calculate these values. I may be a little bit fast because time is going up. So ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, find out y on x coefficient of byx, sigma xy divided by sigma x square minus 86 by 922 equals to 0.093. observe here. So minus figure 0.093. Similarly, find out coefficient, regression coefficient x on y. bxy equals to sigma xy divided by sigma y square equals to minus 86 divided by y square is 736. It gives you minus 0.117. Okay, I am taking 33 digital values, decimal points. Okay, so next try to construct regression equation y on x. So it is given as y minus y bar equals to byx into x minus x bar. So substitute all the values. So y minus y bar is 98.5 equals to byx as computed above 0.093 into x into x minus x bar is 52.5. Okay, simplify like this. Okay, so I have taken 98.5 to right hand side, it will become plus. Add them up, 4.88 plus 98.5. So y equals to minus 0.093 x plus 103.38. So it will be like this. Formally it can be written like this, y equals to a plus bx ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ. Next, similarly find out regression equation of x on y. So x minus x bar equals to bxy into y minus y bar. Substitute the values. Okay, so it will be like this, minus into minus plus, it will be 0.117 into minus 98.5 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ minus into minus plus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So x equals to minus 0.117 y plus 11.52. when minus 57 on the LHS has been taken to right hand side, it will become plus 52.5. simplifying this, minus 0.117 y plus 64.02. so I am writing this in a formal way, 64.02 minus 0.117 y. Okay, this is x on y, that is when age is taken as dependent variable and blood pressure is taken as independent variable. Avaga x equals to 64.02 minus 0.117 y ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು ಏಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ y equals to 103.38 minus 0.093 x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಗಿವನ್ on the basis of given variables, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Now what we are asked to compute the blood pressure when the person's age is 50 years. So we have to use y on x formula here, y on x equation here. Okay, so when x equals to 50, y on x equation has to be used. It is computed like as y equals to 103.38 minus 0.093 x. Substitute 50 in place of x. x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 50 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, so you will get 98.73. so when a person's age is 50, on the basis of given data, average, on an average, his blood pressure will be 98.73. okay, so you work out, pause this video and work out because time is going up. So I am a little bit fast, I cannot help it. Okay, so next I am giving some problems for your practice. So practice yourself, try this. Answers are given here. By pausing the video, try, write down your in your notes and try the problems on your own. For solutions are given, that is answers are given. So compare these answers with your answers. If you are not getting correct answers given here, you may contact me. So two more problems are there. So ages of husbands and wives are given. We have to compute age of husband when wife's age is 25 years. ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ವಯಸ್ಸು 25 ಆದಾಗ ಗಂಡನ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಸರಾಸರಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನೋಡಿ. ಬರದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Fourth problem, all the calculations they have given. You need not calculate, you need not prepare a table. ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. n ಎಷ್ಟು, x ಬಾರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, y ಬಾರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ x ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ y ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಸಮೇಷನ್ xy ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Next session we will be discussing on azimuth mean method. Okay, so thank you, stay safe.